Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be looking at putting a little more chrome on old Black Fatty there. But of course, before we do, we got to look at a viewer bike. And this is Mad Mike's bike, 2018 Fatboy. This is a Stage 2 with an S&S 475 cam, Screaming Eagle oil pump and support plate. It's tuned with the Vance & Hines FP3 tuner. It's got a Screaming Eagle Extreme Ventilator air cleaner and Vance & Hines 2-in-1 Pro pipe. The seat is a LaPera kickflip. It's got Codlin front turn signals, and the rear has an integrated brake and turn signals by Checkmate Customs out of Australia. And the wheels and rotors are Orion from RC via Rotation Wheels. And finally, the rubber on this bike, these are Metzler Cruise Techs. So thanks very much. Looks like the bike has a lot of work done to it. So thanks to Mike from South Carolina. And if you want to see your bike on the channel, you can send me an email. My email address is in the description to the video below. But anyway, let's get on with the show. So what exactly are we going to put on the Fatboy today? Well, we are going to be putting on these. These are actually the side electrical covers in chrome. The stock on the Fatboy are black. And I actually have to thank George in Hawaii. We looked at his bike a little while back, and he had the chrome covers on there. And I'd never really seen them on a Fatboy. I'd seen them on things like the Heritage, but I thought they looked good, and I made a mention of it. He got a hold of me and said, well, actually, these covers are actually off a Breakout. So I went and I ordered the side covers off a 2024 Breakout, got them in, and we're going to put them on because they're the same fitment. And if anybody else was thinking of doing the same, I will put the part numbers in the description to the video below. Now, a couple things I'll mention just before we get right to it is, number one, this is going to be a pretty easy install, obviously. But we are going to be looking at what's actually behind the covers as well and going through that because some people have never taken them off. Also, I'm going to be putting a dab of this stuff on every fastener on that bike. Basically blue Loctite, blue thread lock, or whatever you want to call it. Really, the bikes don't vibrate near as much as they used to, but I'm not a master technician or anything. But every fastener I'm going to put on a motorcycle is going to have a dab of this stuff as well. So, and also, of course, before you get started, make sure you have the proper lubrication. But anyway, let's get started. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got our side cover plate. We've got our rear shock adjustment here, and I have put a nice little microfiber cloth over the pipes just in case I drop something, which hopefully doesn't happen. We've got our little 4mm Allen key socket on here, and it's just easy, 2 fasteners, and she will pop right off. Okay, and she's off. As you can see, we've just got this little hole for a little peg right here that it fits into. Now, if you want to have a look in here, you can see that if you wanted to perhaps get at the battery, per se, you are going to have to get through it by getting this off, this plastic off, and getting these wires out of the way. The battery is right back here. You can see we got one terminal here. I believe this is the negative. You can get at the positive, I believe, if you take off the seat. Now, it's obviously not as easy as it used to be. Back in the day with the other models, you could just take off the seat and the battery was right there. But now, since they've got that monoshock sitting over there, you're not going to have an easy time doing it. So quite a bit more difficult to get this battery out. Also, you can't see it, but down back in here, you have where your transmission oil dipstick and filler is. So you're going to need to take this off as well to get at that. And I've done a video on that a couple years ago just to see how much fun that would actually be. So that's what's behind this. And of course, easy install to put it back. The new one in, it's just basically 2 fasteners and fitter on the post here. Okay, and on with the new. And there we go, kids. 1 down, 1 to go. And now we'll do this second one, which is kind of going to be the reverse of the first one. We have 1 fastener, and we're going to have 2 pegs back there. But again, should not be anything too difficult here. Let's go. And those pegs are on there pretty good. And there we go. Okay, so what we're looking at here, and hopefully we can get a good view of it, is basically the brains of the motorcycle back in here. You are going to have your ECM is back in here. You are going to have a fuse block back here. I believe this is for some accessories, and if you look down under here, I believe it is, where are we here? Right there. I believe that is your DLC, I believe it's called, if I can focus on it. And if you were going to plug in a tuner, I believe that is the plug you use. But basically, the brains. Now this is for your battery tender, which I very highly suggest you get. And it can also be used to plug in some heated gear if you want. But that is all the monstrosity that is behind there. But let's get back to putting that new part on. All right, so that was pretty simple, but we're not quite done because we are going to put on this little Willie G skull gas cap medallion. Nothing special, pretty easy to do too. It's just got some sticky stuff on the back. Just peel off the backing, stick it on there. But I'm not going to just trust the Harley sticker on there. I'm also going to be putting a little dab or a little film of this general purpose automotive grade adhesive just to make absolutely sure that it's not going to blow off on the highway. Okay, let's see if we can't get this guy fitted just nicely here. Oh, as you can see, I've got some of that adhesive on there as well. Try and set her on there nice. And looks like we're good. There we go, folks. We got the new cover on. I like the way it kind of glides from the engine to the cover up to those chrome fender struts. Of course, we've got on our new little medallion there. And we'll come over to the other side. And of course, we've got our other chrome piece, which again flows kind of from the top of the rocker box to the cover and then up to those fender struts. So we got her done. Nothing obviously too terribly difficult at all. But one more project done. And we will be looking at doing the exhaust in the next video next week. So tune in. Same bat time, same bat channel. And until next time, we'll see you later.